Our universe gives the life only a brief moment to shine. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence. What does the future look like? How will the universe meet its end? We may never be truly certain, but science has begun to paint a stunning picture. Let's take a journey to the end. Hi, I'm Universe, and this is my story. According to 13.7 billion years ago, an infinitely dense point, like a supercharged black hole, violently exploded. And from my explosion, the matter, energy, space, and time came to existence. And it all happened in a fraction of seconds. That's right, a matter of seconds, and the universe that grew from a simple small atom to bigger than a galaxy, and it is still expanding at a very phenomenal rate. It has been a fraction of seconds, and the universe had already grown into 100 billion kilometers and was cooled enough to form more stable particles called protons and neutrons, which came together and formed the first atom, the hydrogen. After millions of years, the gravity started to put together hydrogen under a lot of pressure, and then stars and galaxies began to form. Their radiation began dissolving the stable hydrogen into plasma that allowed visible light to pass, and finally there was light, and it all started. But every start has an end, and according to the theory, we are at the end of the universe. In possible scenarios, the ultimate fate of the universe is the big crunch. The universe eventually will stop expanding and start collapsing in itself, and again the story will start.
Hello Shreya, are we ready for today's discussion?
I'm sure to surprise you, Nanya.
Well, I am looking forward to it.
The sun is shining on us for millions of years. Any idea what it is composed of?
Our sun was formed when a cloud of dust and gas known as a solar nebula collapsed in the middle of the formation. Matter condensed into a burning ball of gas, just like how it appears.
You speak as if it was something that you saw through your own eyes. How can I be sure of what you told?
To study the layers of sun and the atmosphere around it. Through the lens eyes, we learn about its life.
Yes, now I remember. Like NASA's Sparker solar probe, which was launched back in 2018 and its first ever mission to touch the sun.
It is launched with an objective to study outer corona layer of the sun. But even before the many missions have been launched.
Wow, that is so interesting. I wish I could also be there seeing a sun formation.
Well, that will be possible in future if you're an engineer. Some super spacecraft can take you that far quickly and circulate around that hot mess safely.
I will definitely work on building that. But for that I should know what that burning ball is made up of. What exactly lays inside that?
Well, that is a good question to start looking answers for. You know that the sun is a huge glowing sphere of gas specifically composed of helium and hydrogen.
Then it will be just impossible to just look what's inside the sun, as there's no such technology that can see through the hot, bright, opaque surfaces. Not to mention travel that far will take ages.
Never belittle human brain, Shreya. Just by using the application of physics and computer modeling, astronomers can predict the sun.
Really? That sounds just like my calling then.
Good to know that you found something that you like. Hope you remember and like what you learned today.
Hello dear, is something good to roll out?
You bet it is. I'm excited to present this collaboration.
What's the way then? Let's get started.
I'm presenter Priyansi from Mission Infinity.
I am presenter Yashvi from Mission Infinity.
We here would introduce you to the concept, myths and enormity of black holes.
Black hole, a beyond imagination beauty, has been powering the mind since long.
Nothing can be more true than what you said, Yashvi. But do you actually know what a black hole is?
Well, according to the research, black holes are great amount of matter packed in a very small area. Do you know it is a place in space which has such a huge gravitational force that nothing, and I mean nothing, can escape through it. Isn't it fascinating?
Agreed. I mean, such humongous field that even light cannot travel through it. I have read that it continues to grow by absorbing mass from its surroundings and
And here I thought black holes are black because the master of universe forgot to pay electricity bill.
that being funny, Yashvi, do you have any idea how big a black hole can be?
Well, there are no upper limits of the value, but I can say the words like big, huge cannot even explain the number. Anyway, more than that. Priyansi, do you know how a black hole is formed?
Isn't that formed by the death of any massive star as predicted by Einstein's theory of general relativity, which showed that when a massive star dies, it leaves behind a small, dense remnant core?
Right. That is what a supernova explosion is. A huge explosion of the outer layer of star, making time stand still.
But you know, even this big mass would someday completely evaporate and disappear. Of course, that someday might be someday after billions of years.
And it explains us that universe started from nothing and will be absorbed into nothing. Even time will vanish one day. Will it matter?
Thank you for joining us for this session.
Kepler-16b is a Saturn mass exoplanet orbiting a binary or two-star system. We say it is located 200 light years away from Earth. Kepler-16a is one of the two stars in the Kepler-16 system. Kepler-16a is a K-type main sequence star, similar in mass to the Sun of our solar system. Kepler-16b is the other star of Kepler-16 system, and it is a M-type dwarf star, smaller and dimmer than our Sun. And since the Kepler-16 system has two suns, objects like rock cast two shadows. Thank you.
The exoplanet 55 Cancri E. The planet 55 Cancri E, almost twice in size compared to the Earth, dwelling a molten hot surface, making it unable for humans to live. In other words, inhabitable. The exoplanet 55 Cancri E is also known as Jensen and orbits the star Copernicus only 41 light years away. 55 Cancri E does have an atmosphere similar to the Earth but thicker. Despite its lava lakes and rocky surfaces, it is so close to the star that one of the sides of the planet always faces the star, hence it is always molten and experiences permanent day, while the other cold side experiences night. The cold side is still quite toasty by earthly standards, with an average of 2,400 to 2,600 Fahrenheit, and the hot side averages 4,200 Fahrenheit. The difference between the hot and cold sides would need to be more extreme if there were no atmosphere. (55 Cancri E is a super-Earth exoplanet which orbits a G-type planet similar to the Sun named Copernicus with a mass of 8.08 Earths, taking exactly 0.
The TRAPPIST-1d exoplanet. This is our exoplanet. Its sun is named as TRAPPIST-1 star, and it consists of hypothetical water. This planet has many natural satellites like TRAPPIST-1b, 1c, 1e, 1f, 1g, 1h. This planet has a sandy, muddy, and rocky surface. It also has small hills and craters. The atmosphere of this planet is dark.
Kepler 186f is an exoplanet, which is the first planet with a radius similar to Earth. Its distance from Earth is 557.7 light years. It orbits a red dwarf known as Kepler 186, which is cooler and smaller as compared to our Sun. So, in the day, the planet would be redder and dimmer than what we experience here on Earth. And in the sky, there are some very bright stars which might be visible in the daylight too. And if we add atmosphere to Kepler 186f, then it would look something like this, with clouds, water, light, and air.